5 best offshore software development companies in USA for 2026. Plenty of US companies have already decided that offshore development makes sense. The harder question is, which partner to trust with your product, because the gap between a smooth engagement and a frustrating one usually comes down to the vendor. The firms that get it right share a few traits: senior engineers, security and quality built into their process, and communication that holds up across the time zone gap. The ones that don't tend to reveal it slowly, in missed context, thin handoffs, and rework you end up paying for twice. This shortlist focuses on offshore software development partners with verifiable work and the operational maturity that US clients rely on. We lead with our own profile, then 5 more firms worth your closer look. Inoxoft delivers offshore product engineering for US companies that can't afford to get security or compliance wrong. We concentrate on healthcare, fintech, edtech, logistics, and real estate, backing each build with senior in-house engineers, ISO 27001 practices, and a data science and AI/ML team for products that lean heavily on analytics or automation. 200+ in-house engineers across Python, .NET, JavaScript, and React Native. 200+ delivered projects in regulated, data-heavy industries, ISO 27001 security practices, and QA in every sprint engagement as a dedicated team, staff augmentation, or full project build. The fastest way to know whether we're a fit is to talk through your product, your compliance needs, and how your team likes to work. Schedule a call with us to get a clear, practical view of the engagement. SumatoSoft. SumatoSoft concentrates on complex, data-intensive custom software with a deep bench in IoT and connected device platforms alongside web, mobile, and AI work. The team is known for challenging assumptions and proposing alternatives instead of simply executing a brief. A 98% client satisfaction rate and a 70% return client rate, 250+ projects delivered across 27 countries. ISO 27001 and ISO 9001 certified software released only against agreed acceptance criteria. Scalefocus works across enterprise software, cloud, DevOps, data, and managed IT services for heavily regulated sectors such as insurance, energy, and financial services. The firm operates at real scale, with engineers integrating as a genuine extension of your internal team. 800+ engineers across multiple delivery centers, 500+ projects for 300+ clients, including Fortune 500 names, a reported Net Promoter Score of 80. An AI-first engineering approach built into delivery, TatvaSoft develops full-cycle custom software across more than 22 industries, spanning web, mobile, e-commerce, and product engineering. The firm pairs broad capability with mature process certifications and flexible commercial terms, which work well for cost-conscious buyers. 1,800+ projects completed CMMI Level 3 appraised, Microsoft Solutions Partner, ISO 27001 certified fixed price, time and materials, and dedicated team models, a 90% client retention rate with careful IP and data handling Daffodil Software. Daffodil Software specializes in product engineering with a notably deep healthcare practice, covering EHR/EMR systems, telehealth, patient engagement, and remote monitoring. The firm also brings strong AI/ML and industrial IoT credentials for data-heavy product builds. 100 plus healthcare organizations served named work in predictive maintenance and advanced analytics, a stated focus on compliance and security for regulated data, dedicated product teams or flexible augmentation, best offshore software development companies in USA, Inoxoft as your offshore software development partner. What US clients tend to value most about working with us isn't a single capability. It's the same standards that hold whether you need 2 engineers or a full product team. We've spent more than a decade building software in regulated, data-heavy industries, and that shows up in the details. ISO 27001 practices, senior engineers who stay on your project, and reporting transparent enough that distance stops being a risk. With 200 plus in-house engineers and over 200 projects behind us, we can match the engagement to your stage. 200 plus delivered projects in healthcare, fintech, edtech, logistics, and real estate. 200 plus senior in-house engineers, not subcontractors, ISO. 27001 practices with QA built into delivery. A dedicated data science and AI/ML practice for analytics and AI-driven products. Conclusion: the companies on this list show that offshore development has matured well past cheap labor. Each brings verifiable work, real process discipline, and the kind of senior talent that makes distributed delivery dependable. The right choice depends on the specifics, such as your industry, your security needs, and whether you want a long-term team or help with a defined project. Whichever you pick, treat the relationship as a capability you're building. That mindset is what separates the companies that get lasting value from offshore from the ones that churn through vendors.